And let's talk about one of the stories you will have heard in the news today with Felicity. A woman is fighting a £30,000 legal bill after her daughter's yapping dog prompted legal action by neighbours in Hereford. Kim Ecott's terrier Scally had separation anxiety and would bark constantly at her cottage. Her mum, Angela Waring, was held jointly responsible by a judge in the nuisance complaint as she owned the home, but she has contested the decision at London's appeal court, which will make a ruling at a later date. The court heard that Scally, who has since been put down, barked incessantly when Miss Ecott was not at home in 2011 and 2012, prompting neighbours to file a claim the noise was unreasonable in its frequency and duration. So if your dog won't stop barking or if your neighbour's pet keeps on yapping, what can you do? Nick Jones is a dog behaviourist. He runs Alpha Dog Behaviour in Bewdley. He's on the line. Hello there, Nick.
Good afternoon, Jonathan. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad, thank you very much. But I haven't got a pet at home that I'm going to be worrying about, nor is the pet worrying about me. Is this condition, this separation anxiety, a common problem for animals, for pets?
Yes, in my work as a behaviourist, it probably consists of a third of the work I do. But I think it's important to understand that as a condition, it varies greatly in its intensity or rather severity. So we may have a dog which is just a little concerned initially when you leave and then probably curls up and sleeps quite happily. Then we may have a dog going into a blind panic as soon as you shut the door. So as a condition, it can really vary a great deal.
So if someone gets a pet and this becomes a regular occurrence, how can they act upon this?
Well, most people, of course, will acquire their dogs at the traditional age of about 8 weeks. And so in that type of instance, we can train the dog to learn to be left alone for short periods initially, whereby it finds it quite an acceptable and pleasant experience. And we simply build that duration up. So, but then again, many people take on dogs which are older and may already have an existing condition or may not have learnt to be left alone. So regardless of the age of the dog, the trick is always to build these periods up very gradually, and that when we leave the dog alone, the dog has a positive experience in the process. Some cases of separation anxiety, to really overcome them fully, can take months to really get where the owner wishes to be. But it's well worth the effort, and as a condition, it is, in my experience, very treatable.
Well, so there is hope for neighbours who've got this issue, because I suppose it's very difficult for neighbours to know how to confront the particular person, the pet owner, about this. It's also very difficult for the pet owner who knows their dog is barking and can't alleviate the problem.
Yes, I think it's always very difficult to present an issue like this because whilst I would encourage people to do so, but the person that's at the suffering end of the noisy dog is very much at the mercy of the attitude of the dog owner. Most dog owners are very diligent and will, of course, seek help to address the problem. But sometimes it's not always that straightforward, as seems to be the case with this recent legal matter.
All right. Well, Paul, thank you very much for your... Nick, sorry, apologies. Nick, thank you very much. Apologies for that, but thanks for your time this afternoon. Nick Jones, dog behaviourist, and runs Alpha Dog Behaviour in Bewdley, speaking here on BBC Hereford and Worcester, heading towards 5:15.